What's going on, guys? A little late start today. I kept the kiddo all day, so we just hung out and chilled. But anyway, it's Z-Rex, no noise. We're live. It's May 18th, 2021, and let's just jump right into the price action here. Because it is already close to 6 o'clock. Damn. Alright, let's see. Total 2. I've only looked at charts a little bit on the phone today. Let's see what's going on. Oh man, right at the level. And what do we got closing? Like an hour-ish? Yeah. Or wait, no. We will close. Yeah, in an hour. Okay. So, pretty good spot for it to stop if it kind of just chills here. I mean, this is higher lows, higher highs, so that's not like a terrible formation. That is an uptrend. So this could have just been a little liquidation break here. We aren't getting any further downside quite yet, so that's kind of nice. Everything's kind of just chilling. Some things are actually running pretty good. Like Matic, my god, dude. Yeah, what the hell? Or yeah, Link is up really good. So there's definitely some outliers. We'll go check those out in a second. Total 2, just altcoins. I mean, this looks perfectly fine. Still, it's like right on the 21. Even if it goes down to the 1 trillion level, it's still higher highs and higher lows. So, you know, a lot of people are starting to get super bearish and look for like, oh, Bitcoin 10, 20,000. It's like, okay. Oh my God, look at this. Bitcoin is sub 40 on the dominance. Holy cow. Wow, that I did not expect to see today. I guess with the altcoins just really outperforming it, even in the sell-off thus far, anyway. We are coming to that critical area that we've been eyeballing, that everybody's been eyeballing. Over here, down in the upper 30s, was the end of the bull market last time, so pretty interesting. Will that be the case again? Man, then this is super steep. Yeah, this is pretty wild. This is definitely pretty wild. I did not think it would be sub 40 today. Let's see. Let's go to Mama Bear. What is she doing? Just chilling. Nothing really new. I mean, this close yesterday wasn't very sexy. It did end up taking out these lows, so that kind of sucks. We wanted it to get back above like 45. Would have been pretty nice, but I guess the best thing it did do is close above the horizontal level at about 43K. And you got the 200 just every day inching up on it. So the longer that we kind of base here in sideways and let the 200 catch, that's probably bullish. Probably. I like that it's just kind of stalling here and just kind of chilling. Momentum is, let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, momentum is just kind of whatever. It's almost like the market's just really, like almost confused, kind of like, wait, what? What's going on? Altcoins rally, this dumping, what the hell's, what? Weekly, we do have 5 days left. It's only Tuesday, so there's not really enough time on that to do anything. But yeah. See if this daily can close back above the horizontal. It wouldn't be very sexy if it closes like this. I would probably actually look for it to come down to the upper 30s if the daily closes like this. That's not a great close, and you are still being governed by the 458.10 simple. So until you can even get over that, like we're really not out of the clear yet. So man, that kind of sucks. How about futures? What is the future telling us? The future's actually already saying this shit's busted, so that kind of sucks too. Alright, well, and the 200 MA on futures, wow, is actually all the way down at 30K. So that is a very big difference price-wise that I had not noticed until now. That is very interesting. So, man, and I do put, oh crap, and I do put more weight on the futures. Well, shit, damn, we might be going to low 30s. which is pretty much the oh shit area, the oh shit line in the low 30s. It needs to bounce off of that real hard, or I'd be super concerned. And I'd even already be kind of concerned about the overall strength of the macro trend if we do dip all the way down to there. Because that would even be, let's see, to the 55. Oh, yeah, on a weekly basis, that's where all these bodies are, is right about 32,000 handles. So, yeah, any weekly closure below that would be terrible. And just like the same right here, if this weekly closes below like 44, 45,000-ish, like right here in the mid 40s where we are, then I would be looking for that move to open up over the next month or so. So, man, that is pretty wild. Could still be a really big consolidation pattern, but that's starting to really get ugly if we see that. Wow. Well, I'm glad I noticed that because that's a pretty big deal. So even if you split the difference of the spot and futures, that's still about 35K. But wow, yeah. Very interesting. What's Ethereum doing? Just kind of chilling right on the... It's kind of a boring day today for most stuff. Most of the majors, even the equities, I mean, they did sell off towards the end of the day, which was surprising, but they were boring pretty much most of the day. We'll look at those in a second, though. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, as long as this is holding right around this level, it's just the same as yesterday. Let's see if it's above the 10 simple at least. Nope, it is not on the low time frame. So, Bull's got a lot of work to do. How about on the futures? Nope. Not there either. Litecoin just barely holding on here. We got it on the low time frames. Maybe if we can load them. All right, Litecoin showing a little bit of relative strength here. If it can hold up above about 285-ish, it's actually looking like it wants to do a retest of about 340-ish. So, Litecoin, is Ethereum Classic the same way? No, it's not. No, it's actually going to get pretty damn bearish if it stays below $95 for another day or two. Then I'd be looking for like 50 probably. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Really needs to start breaking from this formation. Yeah, it's already been over a week. So, yeah, man, anything back below like 80, watch out. Oh my god, dang it, bro. Jesus Christ. At least I'm glad you came in and told me that. Man, it's been a while since I've done that. I should have looked over at the chat earlier. Oh, some bitch. Well, it was just, you're supposed to visualize it, dudes. Oh, derp. Well, so super quick recap then. I'll try to do extra mega lightning. Bitcoin dominance. Well, just a second ago it was sub 40, so that's pretty crazy. Altcoins still taking the cake, and it's really looking a lot like the last final innings of the last cycle. So that's a little bit concerning. Kind of just keep an eye on Mama Bear, which is what we were kind of talking about. Let's go see this. We already said whatever. This is pretty easy. Uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. We're not even close to making lower highs on either of them yet. So that's an uptrend. That's not bearish. Bitcoin's just the one that looks the worst, and unfortunately, it is kind of the most important. Oh, I can't believe I did that. But yeah, anyway, it's right here just chilling. Nothing that crazy, except it did make a tail low, a newer one. Just barely, though. And I mean, that might be splitting hairs. What is it, like $50? Yeah, 70 or something. I mean, shit. So, yeah, so what we were saying, this is what I wanted to recap. I was trying to think of it here. The 200... MA on futures and spot is very different. So it's like $10,000 difference, and that is extremely crazy, and I can't believe I haven't noticed that before. So the 200 right here is 40,000 on spot, but on futures it's at 30K, the very other side of this range. So this actually kind of does look like Bitcoin does want to come probably test into the 30,000 areas, which would be kind of the max area for this macro trend for it to test, I think, without really breaking big structure. And any weekly closure below this red line and these bodies, which currently sits at about 32,000, that would be pretty bad for the bulls. We'll see if the 200 spot can provide support, but that it is just so different. I mean, 10K difference. So, yeah, especially if this daily closes like this, too. This is not a good daily candle right here that we're about to print in less than an hour. Need to see this close above 43K. Otherwise, it's going to look pretty bad. And I'd probably look for, yeah, the 30K area. All right, Ethereum. That was pretty much the same as yesterday. There wasn't much, there's not much new news on that. Kind of boring, flat. ETH. Futures are pretty much the same. Oh yeah, Litecoin, this is what I was showing. It actually has a little slight relative strength, but if Bitcoin dumps to 30s, I don't think Litecoin's going to be able to shake that off. But it's one of the only ones on the lower time frames above its 10 simple, and it's right at that 295 horizontal. So this is pretty good support right here. Anything though back below that 270, watch out. ETC is kind of shitty below 100. I don't think any, like, if it's below 100, I think it's pretty crappy. I wouldn't even think about bullishness until that. XRP actually pumping a little bit today. That's funny. Man, it'd be nicer if these could stop making lower highs. And it looks like it's coming right up to it. It really needs to get back over 166. Don't tell me the high on this is 1666. No, it's close though, 1667. It's funny that happens sometimes. But yeah, it really needs to get over that 166 level. Let's see if it has relative strength on the low time frames. Does it? Oh, yeah, it does. Wow. Okay, Ripple. Damn, Rips. That's pretty impressive. So on the cracker time frames, and it even has DMI. Wow, so Ripple's actually showing a pretty good sign here. This is a nice rally off this area, about 20%. Jeez, okay. All right, garlic bread. He's getting it cooking over here. Well, that's good to see. Something actually kind of looking nice. This looks really good above about 145, 150. It's just kind of riding up these EMAs. Let's go out to the daily. Man, the daily, really, I'd love to see the daily help out that time frame. But, I mean, this does look pretty good. It's outside of Bitcoin doing any kind of stupid sell-off crap, this looks like it's probably going to at least make an attempt to take out these highs again. Hopefully this wasn't just the attempt and that's all it had. So there's a very short time factor on this play. I would say this week pretty much this needs to play out or it's probably going to get crap. XLM, what are you doing? XLM's, man, this kind of sucks. It's not so hot below 70 cents, but it is sitting right on support. But man, with Mama Bear, man, I don't know. This one actually does look okay. I know that's kind of probably confusing, but it actually does look kind of okay, above like 60. Really want to see it clear like this high right here in this top of this body at 74 cents. That would be real sexy, and then I'd probably be looking for like $1 on this. You know, and that I guess that's why I'm kind of reserved too, because like what 74%, it's like, man, 10-15%. You know, you can probably make and then get rejected. You really got to hope it breaks out from there, you know, and then you've got, it's like 1-to-1 or worse. So, on risk to reward anyway, that is. Let's see if we can get that body close over this 74-75 area on a daily. That would be pretty damn sexy. What's the weekly looking like? Pretty bullish. Like most cryptos still look pretty damn bullish on the weekly, except for Bitcoin. Dot actually looks kind of nice here, just chilling. As long as it's above this mama line at about $36, maybe on tails like these. Yeah, that's all 36, I guess, really. Oh, no, 35, 50. Oh, excuse me. Looks pretty decent. Got a little bit of pressure on it right now, but the daily looks okay as long as it's holding about $36. Weekly looks just tired of going sideways. There's a big move coming out of this, that's for sure. I bet the Bollinger Bands are pretty tight. Oh, we can't even see that many because we don't have that much history. Well, they would be really tight if we could, if this was old enough. But yeah, man. All right. Link is just kind of bouncing nicely off this. See, this is also equal highs. And it actually broke out of this. It was like a descending triangle kind of right here that it was printing. And it actually broke out bullish. So that's pretty cool. And it's found support on it once. And then it's coming back to test the ultimate top of that before that formation was printed twice. So that's pretty damn bullish, really. This candle sucks. You know, people probably be like tweezer top or something, but again, we talk about this all the time. Like candlesticks, a lot of the times are just like barely over, 50-50 or something odds. Like it's not that great. You need it with confluence with like other things, and we don't really have that here yet. I mean, all the oscillators still look pretty good. We're above major structure points. I mean, look at this monthly too. It's just beast mode. Like, yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh shit, 22% down. Oh, big deal. Whatever. It's crypto. It's one of the 50% and more is you got to worry about. It's those ones. All right, let's see. Right on the 10 simple, like 190. That's major support there. Hell, weekly can go all the way to like 175 though. So that's interesting. I'd probably be using the daily on this one. Nice consolidation, little fake down right here to get some suckers to sell out before the big rally. Yep. I don't like this daily close if it closes like this in 50 minutes, but it's like barely hanging on, man. I'd want to see the probably tomorrow's daily close too before I did anything with this, because it's kind of up here a little bit. Yeah. Don't really feel that confident on that one. Weekly, I like where this is bouncing right off that horizontal. I mean, to the deek yesterday. Kind of setting up for a rejection though from the daily 21 and this business over here, so that kind of sucks. So it looks like supply is right about 1170-ish. There's a lot in that mid 1100 area. It looks like we got to get back over like 1180 to get this party started. So kind of more like probably bullish continuation, but we need some verification that this isn't the end of trend here, and we just don't have that yet. And same thing with BSV. So was looking kind of good back here, kind of broke down though. I mean, we're barely hanging on to these previous highs. We just need a little bit more time. We just can't really get that much out of that. EOS breaking the daily 21 here and setting up as a follow-through candle if assuming we're closing like this. So that's kind of ugly. If that closes like this, I'd probably be looking for this to come test down here between 7 and 850 on EOS. Yeah, some of these charts don't look good. Man, Monero is hanging on by a thread, but it doesn't really look sexy at all. We probably have to go to a weekly to get some hopium. Man, yeah. I mean, right here is like anything back below like 320 probably goes to 250. And that's a pretty good chance of happening unless it literally gets bid up right here. It has to get bid up this week, man. So this is going to be a really important week for bulls in crypto that I'm fanning through these charts. Super important. Higher lows, higher highs, kind of messing with this trend line a little bit, but I'm going to kind of leave it on there because it seems to kind of just magnet on it. So again, this chart's showing the same thing. Those bulls need to step up their game this week, or I think if they go sideways and keep getting rejected at kind of these structures that most of these charts have, I don't think that's going to bode very well. Same kind of chart here. I mean, same shit, different day. I'm just gonna skip that. Doge still looks great above 1,000 sats though, which is the funniest thing, and it's actually continuing to consolidate after this little run right here. It's pretty crazy. I guess Doge is going to be saved in the new green currency of the planet. And it's sitting between the 618 and 786. I mean, this is a really bullish setup outside of everything in the market, which is weird as hell. Like, if it got back over like 1,200 sats, this thing would probably make new highs, Satoshi wise, which would be absolute bananas. Let's look at it in the cash. See, the cash doesn't look as good, but in sat pairs, it looks pretty damn phenomenal, which is pretty crazy. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, dollar pairing, it's okay above 42 cents, but back below that, I think another. I mean, we got one here, immediately bought back up though, so that happens all the time. That's why usually I like to say you want an open and close below or like above a support resistance, whatever you're kind of looking at. But yeah, if this gets back below like 41, 42 cents again, it's probably going to get pretty ugly. But that Doge BTC pairing is stupid bullish looking. That's wild. All right, let's go to equity. See how they closed today. Ew. Man, and all that must have been right at the end of the day. Oh, holy crap, it was. Well, it kind of started bleeding off from the get, but then lunchtime had a little dump. But man, yeah, the last 15 minutes of the day. Ooh, wow. That's pretty crazy, like a % dump. All right. Let's zoom out and get off those crack frames. Well, this is kind of bearish on the oscillators, but then you have the EMAs are providing pretty decent support right here in structure. So that's tough. That's very conflicting. This does look like a 618 retracement. Yes, it is, and a fail, but it's right at the 382. Man, yeah, so as long as it's, man, 4100 seems to be the real important level on ES right now. If you want to just use some horizontals. That's kind of the line in the sand right now. It's still 4,100, and it's been that for a while. It's been like that for probably 2-3 weeks now, since back over here, this consolidation. Boom. Yeah, and had this little fake breakout from it. So, man, that if it just stays above 4,100, this would actually be real bullish. I think that would be super bullish, a little fake breakdown. But we need a little bit more time, though. Ooh, NASDAQ, not so great. Getting rejected from the 13.3 area. All the EMAs are right there. Man, mad supply right here. Yeah, this doesn't look great, but then you got the 200 right below it. It's like, damn it. It's like if you just didn't see that part, you'd be like, oh, damn, dude, this is going to get wrecked, bro. And then you see this, and it's like, But I mean, it does have really good support about 12.7. So, and as this rises too, kind of like we've been talking about with the 200, this keeps rising. Right now, it's still about 12.7, and that'll probably still be a relevant number anyway, even when the 200 crosses it, because it's pretty likely it does. The NASDAQ would have to dump like really hard for those to not meet up and this to curl over. So, yeah, damn, that's about it though for NASDAQ. Kind of, it better hold on like Bitcoin to around its 21 EMA. It's on a thread there. What's Dow doing? Dow's kind of just chilling at the top of its range. It's not terrible. It's not my favorite daily close today though, right between the two MAs. It wouldn't surprise me to see another little stab down here, kind of freak some people out, but ultimately, it still looks pretty constructive for the bulls. Oh, wait, hold up. Wait, nope. Okay. So Russell has an interesting NQ actually has it a little bit too. It doesn't. Okay, so Russell's actually trying to get bullish right here, on the RSI, but that's on that crappy time frame. That's more of a time frame for ES. No, never mind. I don't want to mix that time frame into the Russell. Don't want to do that. No, actually, yeah, that was my bad. I was looking at a time frame, not for the Russell. Yeah, I mean it's that 2160 area though, like where all these little bodies are and these tails on these candles. It's just like mega buy zone, but we just keep making lower highs. That's the problem. Like it's kind of like a really sloppy head and shoulders, but then sort of like a descending triangle something. It's a weird pattern. It definitely is a rare occurrence here. And it's just been also since it's been going sideways for 100+ days. It's just like pretty wild. And also the weekly even looks crazy. Like all these tails on a weekly. Like I can't think of an indice that I've seen that before. I'd like to think that that's bullish, but and it is above the 2160 area and the 21 EMA, so until it gets below there with like a weekly, it's like I don't want to even kind of think bearish yet, VIX kind of bounced pretty nice today. I guess that's probably mostly from the very end of the day. Yep, it is. Nice little 7-8% spike there. Not over the body though, so kind of whatever. VVIX kind of almost looks exactly the same. It is still open up though. And technically this is actually, I mean, if this wasn't VIX, I would be buying the shit out of this, but maybe this is actually going to come to fruition for the VIX too. You got all the EMA stacked right below it. I mean, and all the oscillators good. This is lovely setup, man. Shit, maybe I should get into some vol tomorrow, because I took off my VXX trade. I bet it stayed bid today too. I'd have to go look, but I don't really care. It's like that doesn't really help me. Let's see. Hindsight trading, what is that going to do for you? So yeah, still that 64-ish area is pretty important. Maybe 63 handle, kind of in general. That's where like all this business is. Like to see it stay above 64 though, for this continuation. Struggling at the devil's number. We've been eyeballing that thing for the last couple weeks. It looks like that's what everybody's freaking eyeballing. So until it can close above this 66.36, that's probably the number it's going to have to be. Some weird devil shit. Or 66.66. Also, nope, it can't be all sixes. No, I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. But yeah, it still looks okay. I'm still holding long energy for now. I got like Cummins and Oxy and something else. Kind of just holding on to those. This is just going sideways. So frustrating. Stupid chart. Don't care right now. It might be, and that that's what happens sometimes. Going sideways for a long time is just as frustrating as like being on the wrong side of the trend. Because if you're really long and it's just doing this, you're just like, ugh, do something. Especially in crypto's case, where like altcoins are going up mega percentages, and Bitcoin has not been, and that's been most of this year, really. All right, ZN. These are, I mean, they're just trying to base and do something. So, I mean, it's real obvious structure right now with their support, but we had a couple chances to get over here above that 159 level and failed. The 10-year looks a little bit better, to be fair. It looks like it has a more solidified zone at about 132 and about, actually, just the 132 handle. So, we get some couple daily closes either way. That would probably continuation or get continuation for us. Wow, the dollar dumped today into the 89 handle. That I did not expect. That is actually really crazy. Shit. Okay, well, all right. That kind of threw me off. I didn't expect to see that. Banks taking it on the chin too today. Interesting. Because that is kind of fresh look for me. I only saw a couple ticker things on my phone a few times. So, wow. Well, damn. This thing is about to either fake everyone out right now, or it's literally about to break the hell down. I mean, it looks like we actually closed. Oh man, right above this trend line cross. Jesus, man. Okay, so this could definitely snap back hard from right here. I'd be very cautious about getting uber short real deep in the hole on the dollar right here. I think that's a very dangerous trade. I will not be taking that one at all. I'd really like to see like a weekly get over here. Dollar's a slow mover. We've talked about this a lot on the stream. Is like, it consolidates for a long time. I mean, look at this. This is like a year or something almost. So it could easily kind of just ping pong in here, and getting real heavy short in the hole right here is probably kind of dangerous. Hell, I might even think about opportunity zone in here. Let's see what the euro did. Wow, the euro's dead flat. That's kind of odd. Wait, that's just, oh, that's because it already rolled over today. Those are that's FX. So no, it actually pumped really hard too, all the way up to 120. Wow, Jesus, holy crap! That's like gargantuan move on euro. Okay. Well, euro just got like, man. If this weekly closes like this, Jesus, the daily's already saying this just got mega bullish above 121.5 now. It just flipped its resistance to support. That is pretty impressive. Wow, I'm pretty speechless on this move. I mean, the chart was really bullish as hell. Higher highs, higher lows, EMAs, everything like we like to see them on the trend line, and you're getting it. That's why I hate. It's like, dude, the chart doesn't usually lie. It knows a lot more than you think you know. That's for sure. But yeah, wow. All right. Again, though, got to be careful with Forex. It is well known Forex will overthrow and just counter trend your ass quick. Let's give a couple examples right here. Right here, gave it all up the next day. Let's just go down here on some lows. Boom, couple days, just ripped it all back. The next day, almost right here, ripped the previous 3 days back. So this consolidates on these lows. You kept thinking it was going to break down like here, but then it ripped face off every single time. So you got to be real careful with Forex. It's a little bit different of a beast. DAX, this is okay. I mean, whatever. It's just kind of chilling above 15.3. I don't really care about anything until it gets back below that for the bearish case. Shanghai getting continuation. Wow, yeah, it's just getting that follow through. This thing is about to flip. What's the weekly look like? Weekly's still neutral, but man, on the daily, this thing is getting real bullish, and this is buy the dip mode now. Whenever this is coming down to the upper 3400s. So that's pretty funny. I'm gonna green light that one. Okay, gold. Gold closed a little doji right underneath. My God, how does that look on the crack time frames? Immediate rejection right before the open in the early session. Let's see. Get off these crack time frames. Still, gold looks great though above like 1840, 1830s. It looks really good. Man, really like this weekly to close above 1875. That would be super sexy time for gold. And you got gold will do the thing like currencies too, and get real like hardcore faked out. So, I'd have trimmed about a third of my long, like precious metals plays. Just because where we are, like right on the chart, and silver's in the same position, like right here at the tops, and puts in this little shooting star thing, which generally doesn't mean anything, but it could easily come down into these 5% and still be bullish, because it's even 5% from here. Or oh look, it's like 420%. So it's like 420% from these prices, and it can still be in a higher high, higher low structure. So I'd rather load up. Hell, I hope that happens. I hope we get a little dip down into the low 27s, maybe even freak some people out and go down to 26, and then get the tail to come up. Yeah, I'd like that. That'd be nice. Platinum. This is interesting. So we don't want to see platinum getting weak here off this lower high. That would be a change in behavior, and we will need another probably week or so to see that. But don't break this nice, pretty, like perfect little sine wave. You actually can even see the frequency of them is getting shorter. Look, it's like that, and then this one, and then this one, and then possibly that one. So there's a big move coming out of this consolidation right here on platinum. Palladium is okay. It's kind of just, palladium's just a funky chart. Let's just look at it on the weekly. It's not super traded. Major support at 22700 handle, so kind of whatever until then. This candle is a little bit concerning, but I mean, so it's range bound 27 to 29. It kind of needs to get either or over or under one of those. Oh, rejection on the world markets too. Man, yeah, bulls across the board actually now. It looks like across most assets, the bulls need to really show that they still have control of this market. Otherwise, we will have a potential to see some pretty nasty downside in the near future. So that is a real thing that's kind of happening right now. The tide has changed slightly. And that shit can change quickly back the other way too. So I can't remember the saying about the tide changing that my trader buddy told me. It's like pretty much need to change with it as fast as you can, because otherwise, yeah, if you've ever been like in the ocean when the tide's coming in, dude, like it's really quick. Like it's pretty much the speed of like you walking. You're like, oh man, you get trapped out there. They've seen little cages out in the middle of like the beaches where they have really far tides. Like if you're way up north or south on the hemisphere, it's like, man, yeah, it's like here's a little bird cage, and that shit's like 30 feet in the air too. It's not just like 10 feet off the ground. It's like you gotta climb up it. It looks like a little pirate watch station. Anyway, getting sidetracked here. Amos-san. Oh man. All right. Oh, sorry, I had to just send a little message. Man, Netflix just chilling at the bottom. I mean, this thing has just been absolute lame as hell. If anything, this is maybe opportunity, but the one weaker part about this chart from back here is we are kind of taking these lows out. So this is either like super badass opportunity right now, and it's going to get bid the hell up like pretty soon, the next month or so, or this bitch, once it gets back below 450, I would be looking for pretty substantial discount on the Netflix. But you know, conversely, back above like 510, man, probably go back to the top of the box. These are just super indecision, just consolidations. Last week, Tesla actually made a new body close on the chart. That's interesting. Man, but it's just chilling right here on these lows. Like this, I would want to buy this more than I'd want to short this right here. That's for sure. And I don't really like Tesla, but, you know, whatever. Let's see, 240 still the spot, getting rejected from EMAs. Yeah, Microsoft isn't really looking that great. Weekly is still okay. That 240 area is real critical, though. Anything back below 240 on this guy probably goes to low 200s. Yep. Interesting. All right. Probably it. What are we gonna look at? Are we gonna look at anything else? What's on the watch list that's got wow, crypto watch list. There's one on here. What the shit? There's a few. Matic. I knew that one. Someone was talking about that. This thing is just absolutely ridiculous. Arc bouncing real hard off this low. Look at that horizontal. See, there's no indicator that could give you any edge on this. You have to look purely at the chart and be like, oh, well, this is like, if it's going to bounce hard, it's going to be from around this base right here. Shit, there it is. Wow. Matic just goes up all the time. It's like Link. Rary. That's that Rary. Very nice. Oh, Cream's pumping up. Getting ready to pump, it looks like. Jesus. Hex bouncing pretty nicely. Algorand is at an interesting spot. Holding like this 125 is probably okay. Man, yeah, it's like a lot of these altcoins, man. I would not be shorting these, that's for sure. Not right here in the hole. Oh, man. Okay, what didn't make it today? Buy. Shit, it could just be making a new, like, higher low structure, though, and higher lows. What the hell, man? And this is right on top. If anything, dude, this is a buy zone on this piece of junk. Electronium. Probably have to give yourself like 10, 15%, or don't do that. That's what I would do. It's not financial advice. Do your own diligence and stuff. Jeez. Yeah, but you're probably, I'd be looking for a move all the way up back up to here, though, 40-ish%. So that's pretty good. It's more than 2 to 1. Not shabby. So Vite, what's Vite looking like? Vite is at an interesting spot here, kind of hovering above this consolidation ascending triangle. So this should provide lots of support, about 14 cents. It actually, in fact, should be front run most of the time if the bulls are very strong. We actually shouldn't see anything breach 14 cents. So anything coming down to 14 cents, this is probably a pretty good buy right here. And of course, this is all considering if Bitcoin doesn't want to stay up. And you'll get lucky, too, because some shit will just pop like this, right? Bitcoin's still, like, flat and being lame. And then this shit just popped 40%. But the problem is it's still 40% almost off its high. So, wow. Ouch. 62% down. Ew. Yeah. Yeah, so cool. So cool. You got half your money back. If you bought up here, which, damn, that sucks. All right, let's see. Yeah, like, and that's, maybe it's like, oh, damn, that's rude, bro. You hurt my feelings. Well, don't buy at the end of a cycle. We don't know if it's the end of the cycle. I shouldn't say it like that, but, like, I mean, look how, on any indicator that you used, there's no way it was like, hey, buy here. This is emotion buying right here, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, and anything, if you tell yourself anything else, is you're bullshit and you're lying to yourself to make yourself feel better. But no, there's no indicator that told you to buy up here. And if you made one and it told you that, then that shit's trash and you need to go back to the drawing board. Sorry, but maybe you need to hear it. I don't know. I needed to hear some brutal stuff trading. Because sometimes you can get wrapped up and super tied in and emotional about something, and it can be completely dead ass wrong. So it's weird. The human brain is crazy. Anyway, like any strategy would get you in long somewhere in here, in this area, in this couple month block. Pretty much anything that you did. So, not here. There's my rant for the day. Alrighty then, let's see here. We don't really care about the equity watch list because the futures aren't, or markets aren't open. Oh yeah, y'all, I'm still holding this. What's up? Let's go, Breadcoin. Let's break the hell out, dude. I don't know why. It's crazy. I've been saying on the streams, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm mostly cash. Although I did get filled on some orders on that Bitcoin dip in the low 40s. So I'm probably like 60% cash now. And part of that is in red coin. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I probably will get slapped on it, but whatever. I don't care. This chart is just really, really sexy. The weekly is really sexy. And it's like right at the first cusp of it breaking out on the weekly. And the weekly, actually, crazily enough, outside of the EMAs, got bullish at the same time back here at 10 Satoshis, which is pretty phenomenal. Usually you don't get that lovely of a read. And you can see, too, back here, this same candle did a similar posturing, got follow through, but then a couple of weeks later closed below and just kind of fizzled out, right? Just like, yeah, booty. And even after this candle right here, it had lost momentum on the DMI. So, and you can see that never happened here. It hasn't even come close. Well, maybe this week right here was kind of close, but it was still firmly above it. And yeah, so I don't know. This chart looks pretty damn bullish to me. If it can get above like 18 Satoshis, I think it's going to run probably past this little high here, maybe take out 25, like maybe, I don't know. 25 to 30 is probably a reasonable target on this guy. And the sat pairings, let's see what it looks like back in the day. Jesus Christ, dude. Well, that's probably not going to happen, but I was just kind of looking at the EMA pumps and just like how price was respecting them in the last couple cycles there. You can see when it was barely traded back here in the day. Okay, man. Nikola, look at Nikola bouncing off these lows, man. This is pretty interesting. This has a chance to break out. It does have this other weird, I have a kind of a funky trend line on. Let me go to weekly. Maybe that's drawn off the weekly. No, I don't know why it's like this. Maybe I drew it like that for a reason at some point, I guess. But if we drew another one with the tops of these, it's probably, that's kind of funky. I'm just going to leave the one I have. See if it gets just faded out like this one. We don't want to see this happen, and definitely not this, where it's literally like 3 days later, this bitch dumps like 50%. You know, like wowzer, or more actually. It happened again over here last time we tapped it, and that's pretty much its whole history after the pump back here, which is absolute insane. It went up 10x more probably. Did any of these get over? Yes, they did. So all right, so this is a very critical zone here for Nikola to have continuation. It really needs to get above about 1460-ish, like mid $14. If it doesn't get above that in the next, like this week, and definitely by next week, this thing will probably roll over pretty damn hard. OxyClean, yep, just chilling, not doing shit. Fang just chilling, but there's nothing different about the structure really. Just kind of hanging on, just barely. Oil's still hanging on. That's mostly what I'm watching for that. This one's just hanging on. Let's say SBGI is getting close to me for peeling it, but it's got to really test into the 31 handle for me to do that. But it is getting a little bit close. I wouldn't be surprised I have to take that one off this week. APD is trying to just get going, but it can't yet. It's just chilling right at 300. I mean, whatever. The longer it wants to stay right at 300, that's fine with me. That probably will lead to further upside. So, kind of just need more time on that one. Seabridge, chilling. Didn't do anything. I didn't manage really any positions today. Just kind of kept them on. Because nothing really happened. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it sold off. But, like, I mean, it wasn't really that big of a deal. We're still in the ranges and shit. Blackberry is about to break out, maybe. Anything back above this mama line, 950-ish. Let's go. I did add to Blackberry recently, so I'm glad that's working out. Man, Planeteer, we were talking about this one. He might have to buy some red. Yeah, I love that chart, and I'm still holding it. I'm trying to get way better about holding stuff. I almost sold it because I was like, oh, Bitcoin, but I sold a lot of stuff and missed out on a lot of gains, which because of that, and it's probably the smart thing to do. I'm protecting like my money and stuff, but I just gotta separate my mind in certain parts of my portfolio. Like, oh, well, this I'll use 10% for stuff that's kind of risky or whatever. Like red coin is extra risky, obviously. Planetary though, let's go. Let's get it in. Love this. We talked about this candle the day it happened on that stream and said this is usually bullish as F as long as it stays above it. That's why this box was drawn here too. I did not think it would bounce this fast. That's why I extended the box out like a month or two. But it did. And man, this bitch has just been pumping every day. This is all awesome above 20 bucks. As long as it's above 20, I'd probably be looking for a stab at like $23, 22, 23 bucks. We almost got 22 today, but not quite. So I'm still holding that one. Regeneron looks still fine. Man, this bitch is probably about to move big. And right now it's looking a little bit more likely to the upside. But we need confirmation from that. Like right now, that's just how it looks. Yeah, here you can see this little trend line too, and the trend line cross at $500. So above 500 bucks, this thing looks perfectly fine, and I will continue to hold as long as it's above that. Yeah, and this is one I said earlier. I already knew because I could tell it was the biggest loser on my picks. On my portfolio, and yeah. So this one I might have to peel off. What was the other one? SBGI and CMI are the ones that are getting close for management right now. Yes, you are very late, sir. What the hell, bro? What the hell, brother? I did kind of start the stream during like a dinner time or something, though, but I have my kid all day, and so I got just a El Leto Starto. Oh, that's racist, dude. Oh, shit. Oh, sweet. I'm going to go hang out. Man, if you're still in here, Joe, you get your ass out. Bruh. I think Rob said he's down to chill, so. Oh, in fact, he did say he's down. So come on, brother. Come on, brother. Or both brothers. Y'all can both come out there. Come on now. Oh, look at this. Let's go, Aurora. Got long on this guy a couple days ago. Sweet. On I guess Friday it was. A couple trading days ago. 'Cause that's how I measure my time is in trading days. No, I'm just kidding. Although it's probably not that far off. Man, yeah, so TA, there's no TA for that kind of stuff. I guess there is TA, but it's the most basic stuff that is probably what you think doesn't work at all, and that's just price action candlesticks, and that's it. So naked charts, something like this. There's people that chart like this and do good, and I don't know. I have a weird feeling that someday in the future, after I trade for many more years, I think I might move to trading that way. I don't know. There's a game, I've talked about it a bunch on here, just look up candlestick trading game, and it'll just give you random price from shit in history, and then you can just be like long, short, or cash, and you can kind of play around and see if you can like get any edge by purely watching price action, and I really think that you can, but it's definitely foreign. Our brains are like, no way, dude, it can't be that easy. Anyway, though, nice bounce off this. This was purely just off these horizontals, and so I'll probably hold this until maybe we can get to like closer to 8, and I might let it go depending on what the lower time frames say. So that one's working out nice. Cass is working out nice. I did the same trade on this one at the bottom of this gap. I might actually taken this one off today if I saw that. I'll probably get a chance tomorrow because there's a lot of resistance, about 30 more cents above it. And shit, it's already come in like over 10%, so whatever. And still in this one, I like the reaction off these EMAs, so I'm going to keep holding it as long as it's above like 32.5 or so as of right now. And let's just hope silver kind of keeps keeps on keeping on. Let's go look at silver real quick. Gold, chilling. Yeah, I mean, it looks, the chart looks stupid bullish, so I'm still in buy every dip mode on the silvers. All right, what's Bitcoin doing? Because we are about to close soon on the daily. Yeah, I'm struggling. It don't look super great, but it's like, yeah, it doesn't look super great, but we're just right here. This last little stab, I would not be surprised to see a big flash dump into here and even maybe get deep to like low 30s and then snap back and close above 38K. That would be really good for this macro market if we did something like that. But until then, we got to just wait. And this daily, if it, I mean, we got 13 minutes. This bitch has got to rally to at least $1,000 pretty much to look a lot better. Hey, anything can happen with Bitcoin in that time frame, but we don't even have no help on the crack time frames on this. So 12 minutes, pretty shitty candle. I think if it closes like this, we probably do start working our way a little bit lower, but there is a lot of support in the 30,000 handle. So we'll just have to wait and see. Ethereum is kind of holding up a little bit better, but no surprise there. So, all right, I think that's it for Das Stream. Yes, it is. Awesome, sweet. Well, I'll see y'all guys later. I'll be live during the market hours tomorrow during the U.S. session, so my kid will be at daycare, and so we'll get it in. We'll go down the equity list here, look at some stuff. There's all kinds of things that might have some opportunities. One that we did miss today, look at this, Qubit. Man, we were talking about it last week too, that this was a really nice base, but you snooze, you lose. Especially when they're at these real critical areas like this, of like major supports or resistances. Well, yeah, you can rewind it, though. So, yeah, it's all good. It's all recorded, brother. Hell yeah. All right, I'm out. Peace. I'll see y'all tomorrow.